Hi Taurus, welcome to your month ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. Thank you for all of your support. It truly means the world. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you haven't joined it yet, my mailing list is the only place that you will get the monthly general overview. Just like I do a weekly general overview, I do a monthly one as well that goes out on the first of every month. You will only get that if you are on the mailing list. So if you want to join that, it's on the link below. For those of you that have donated or those of you that wish to, you can do so on the link in the description box below. With that said, let's get to your reading. I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what July 2019 has in store for you, Taurus. What is going on for you guys? So your actions and interactions with the world at large, and this month you get the Eight of Wands, right? So this month, Taurus, you are all about the communication. You're all about the collaboration. So what I want to say to you as well is Mercury is retrograde. It goes retrograde on the 1st of the month and it will be retrograde right up until the 31st of July, which means if there's any new contract or document that you need to sign, you don't do so until at least the middle of August. That's when Mercury will head back to the place that it was when it went retrograde. So you're out of what's called the shadow period, right? With that said, it really is worth mentioning that the Eight of Wands is about mentoring. It's about communication at a distance, emails, text messages, Skype conversations, Zoom, all of that sort of stuff. It's communication over the airwaves, right? And lots of it. And the fact that you've got this in your actions and interactions with the world at large, this is about you putting together some kind of event, so for some of you, this will be to do with work. For others of you, it will be a social thing, like, you know, the annual family get together or anything like that. This month you are planning something big, right? And that's the feeling that I get from it. This isn't a small event. This is something on a grand scale. It's something bigger and bolder than what you usually do. There's something really expansive about it, and the whole thing is I'm literally seeing like the solar system, and you, Taurus, are at the middle. So you're like the sun this month with all of the planets and the people and stuff like revolving around you. So keep your energy up. Make sure you look after your physical health this week, this month even. It's really important because you're going to be doing a lot. And even though they're only conversations, even though it's information that's flying back and forth, emails, text messages, all of that stuff, it still takes a lot of energy to do. It takes brain power and mental focus. So this month, be sure to be on your best by making sure that you're nourishing and nurturing yourself as well. I mean, you're a Taurus, so you do that in your sleep, right? But with that said, it's going to be a very, very busy month for communication. And remember, because Mercury is retrograde, that tends to sometimes fudge the details. So check things, double check things, and check them again. You've got to be on the ball with this stuff this month. But with the Eight of Wands straight out, you know, you've got a Wands card in the fire sector as well, which is always really good for you. It suggests that your actions and interactions this month are blessed. Anything that you are planning is going to go really well. Just be sure you double check the details, all right? And yeah, that's it. So in your money and materials, you've got the Five of Wands, right? So what I want to say to you this month is get a second opinion. If you're getting a quote for something, again, like I said, if you can put it off, don't sign any contracts, especially financial. You know, don't buy a house in a Mercury retrograde, or anything like that, right? So this is not a month for you to do the whole big ticket item thing. Now, with the Five of Wands, it does suggest that you are speaking to somebody about money. So this could be an institution, because you've got the, you know, the communication card there. It could be a bank. It could be somebody that you're asking for a loan. There's all of those things are highlighted this month, and it's all based on you putting together a plan or a budget of some kind. It's about you putting together your finances in some way, but you're not doing this on your own. It's almost like you're seeking outside approval, which is really interesting because Taurus does money better than any, apart from Capricorn. Taurus does money better than anybody else, right? You guys are really good when it comes to this stuff. So if you're seeking a second opinion or a bigger or an outside opinion, this means that you are planning something big. I mean, and with the Five of Wands, lots of people talking at once. The Eight of Wands, and I said, didn't I feel like this is an event of some kind that's shaping up for you. This suggests that not only is it shaping up, it suggests that it will come to fruition, right? This is a really nice pairing. It just suggests that you're laying the foundations this month. So your money and materials is there, but it does look like you're formatting things. It's almost like you're streamlining the process so that you can say to yourself, right, this is what's possible, this is what's not possible. But you're being very open about it. I don't see any challenges here necessarily, but like I said, no signing off on anything this month, right? If you can, put it off until the middle of August. If you absolutely have to sign something or buy something this month, especially if it's a big ticket item, get a second opinion, and if you can, get a third opinion. Just make sure that it is checked and checked within an inch of its life. It's a Mercury retrograde, right? I mean, nothing stops for it, but at the same time, there are ways to alleviate the problems that you may well face. Your communications with the world at large, you definitely... I mean, damn, Taurus is on that money. I love it, right? So the Ten of Pentacles is money, finance, abundance. It's about the happy home, but it's also about security, right? It's about stability and security, but it's about the achievement and the accomplishment of those things. Now, the fact that you've got this in your communication sector, sorry, I've got an itchy nose, it's driving me bloody mad. The fact that this is in your communication sector, this for me, especially with the cards that have come up, you are definitely talking to somebody about a financial practice, about maybe a budget, about a loan, about something. It's almost like you're communicating with some sort of financial institution this month, and you're doing so because you want to make sure that you've got everything in place for when you're ready to move. And the feeling that I get from this is there is something big that you are working on behind the scenes, and you are getting ready and gearing up to go for that, which I really, really like. Now, the communication sector is about what you're saying, how you're saying it, who you're saying it to, and who you're speaking to. The Ten of Pentacles is about our home. It's about our physical home and creating abundance within that. But it's everybody from, you know, the youngest person in our family right up to the grandparents, right? So this suggests that you're bouncing a lot of your ideas off of people that you already know, but there is definitely something coming in here where you're talking about assets, where you're talking about finances. So, you know, for some of you, this could be your parents are saying, you know what, we don't want to leave you things in our will so that you get taxed through the nose for it. We want to do it a different way, or we're going to give you a payout now. For others of you, it could be looking at how to release equity from your home. For some of you, this is, you know, with the communications, it's because you've got the Five of Wands there as well. This is about you speaking to, I'm thinking of one specific person as I'm about to say this. It could be you speaking to a group about money and finances. So it looks like for some of you there is a surprise, a financial surprise coming in, but it's a win. It's a financial bonus or a win of some kind that's coming in for you this month. And it's a real big support. It's definitely something that is going to have you smiling ear to ear. So your heart and half sector, your personal relationships, and this month you get the Judgment card, right? So for those of you that are single, it looks like an old partner is coming back into the fold. For those of you that are single, it looks like you are, and to be honest with you, with the Ten of Pentacles, it does suggest this person may very well come back and be there to stay. Don't know whether that necessarily means that you guys are going to spark up your romance again, but there's definitely somebody from your past coming in here. For those of you that are coupled and partnered, the Judgment card says that you guys are ready to move past something together, right? Because you've got the Ten of Pentacles, stability, accomplishment, but then you've got the Judgment card, which brings something up or brings something to a head, so to speak. And once it's brought that thing to a head, it's laid to rest and it's no longer a problem. So it suggests for those of you that are coupled, for those of you that are partnered, there is something happening this month where you guys are looking at each other and saying, right, we made it through that, now we're going on to the next thing. It's almost like you're you're settling an old issue or an old score of some sort. Now, the Judgment card, excuse me, always precedes massive changes. With the Ten of Pentacles in the mix, this could very well be an extremely fertile time for you. If you do not want any more children, this is the month for you to be careful to use whatever precautions. For those of you that are partnered and, you know, would like to start a family, this looks like a very good month for conception, right? It could be a very sexy time for you this month, right? So good stuff, really, really good stuff. But yeah, for those of you that are single, there's definitely a previous partner coming into the fold. There's definitely somebody from your past making themselves known. The only thing that I will say to you is if they ask you for money, it's a no-go, right? It's a Mercury retrograde, don't do it. First week of the month, you've got the World card, or the Universe, in this deck. Now, this for me does definitely suggest, because you've got it right underneath that Eight of Wands, it really does suggest that there's something going on here where you are elevating, right? It's almost like whatever idea you had, whatever idea is in these preliminary stages, it's going to take you to the next level. This is the month for you to wrap things up, to tie off loose ends, to make sure you've got all your ducks in a row, because when you are ready to move on this, and when the time is right and Mercury's done its thing and you're, you know, let's say midway through August, when you launch whatever project it is that you're working on or, you know, processing, this will take flight. It will be something that goes on to do extremely, extremely well. So this first week of the month, especially in July, you are wrapping things up, but you've got to do the work, right? Whatever it is that you've been working on, see it through to completion. And once it's done and it's ready, that's when you just throw it out and watch it grow. Second week of the month, you've got the Lovers card, right? So there's a decision to make when it comes to finances. For some of you as well, because you've got the Five of Wands there, this could be you helping somebody else make a decision about their finances. There's a lot of stuff going on with money, with finance, with institutions this month. The Lovers card also represents the sign of Gemini. So it could be, with the Five of Wands here as well, that you're helping a couple in some way, shape or form. Maybe you're giving them advice, maybe you're supporting them. There's definitely something of that ilk coming in here. Then on the third week of the month, you've got the Death card, right? So there's an ending or a transition coming through. So for some of you, this is about inheritance. It really, I mean, you know, I called it earlier with that. It does look like there's something going on with inheritance, with, you know, possibly even a tax rebate as well, something of that nature. It looks like there's something coming to you that you didn't expect, and it comes through unconventional, or not taboo, yeah, through unconventional means, which is really, really nice. Then you've got the Hanged Man right underneath the Judgment card. So yeah, this is about you and your partner. For those of you that are partnered, this is about you guys really doing the work and saying to yourselves, you know what, I'm ready to move past this experience, but you're doing it holding hands. And I really, really like that. It's like you're both saying to each other, you know what, I'm ready to move past this. You ready to move past it? Yeah, give me your hand, let's go. We've got this, we're doing this together, which I absolutely love. The other thing is as well, for those of you that are single, the Hanged Man does suggest that you might want to wait a little. Just scope this person out. If there's somebody coming back into your life, just observe them before you rush in and say, yeah, you know, we used to be so in love, let's do it again. Just take a moment to see who that person really is at the moment, and what their motives and their desires truly are. I'm not saying that there's anything surreptitious, but I kind of get this feeling, especially because you've got the Death card in close proximity. It might be as much about necessity as it is about desire for you. All right, so just keep that in mind. I'm not saying that it is, you know, I might be totally off base for some of you, but that's the feeling that I'm getting from it. And then you've got the key to the month, you've got the Justice card. This will be a month of decisions, right? And the interesting part is everybody seems to want your opinion. Everybody seems to want your input. Everybody seems to be looking to Taurus this month and saying, how do I do this? What do I need to know about that? I want to do this, but what do you think? Everyone's asking for your opinion. Everyone's asking for your 2 cents. You can't make the decisions for them, but you can certainly assist them or give them knowledge and information on how to make a proper, grounded decision, right? For you guys personally, though, I mean, the Justice card does suggest a contract of some sort. If a contract is presented to you this month, do what you can to delay it until next month. If you can't, like I said, just check it, double check it, and recheck it. But other than that, it looks like a great month. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the dum dum da da dum dum. I don't think it's funny. That was a song years ago. I'm definitely showing my age now. With that said, Taurus, I wish you an amazing month. Have a fantastic one. Take care. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up, and I'll speak to you soon.